Welcome back to Periodic Phenomenon. Today I'll be teaching you guys how to find the period over a given function or the specific number over a given function. So here today we have this function, and for a it's asking is the period, is the function increasing, decreasing on or both on the interval 45 to 51. So first of all, for this we need to find the period. And we know the period will be looking at the lowest or highest values, or the lowest or highest point on the function, then comparing both of them. So here we have a -3 and we have a 9. So -3 minus 9 is -12, or just 12. So we know the period over this function is 12. So we can write period is equals to 12. Then if we're trying to find the period over this given interval, for example, let's take 45. So we know 45 so we know g of 45, or f of 45 in this case, would be f of 45 minus something times this period. So when I say something, we're trying to multiply this period by a number that gets us close to 45. Like, for example, 12 times 3 is 36. If we do 45 minus 36, for example, 45 minus 36 is 9. And do we see 9 on the graph here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, we do. We see 9 right here. So we could use 3. So 45 minus 3 times 12, which would be f of 45 minus 36, which means it's f of 9. So we know at f of 9, the function will display the same as f of 45. So f of 9, we could see it's right. Okay, well, let's try another value, because at f of 9 right here, we kind of see that we can't be definite about it. But let's try 4. So f of 45 minus 4 times 12, which is f of 45 minus 48, which is f of -3. And then -3, -1, -2, -3, we can see that the function is increasing right here. So that means at f of 45, the function will take the same role as f of -3, which means it would be increasing. The 9 could also typically work because here we could see that after this, it's going to display the same cycle as this, which means it's going to increase. So we could see at 9 it's going to start increasing. But yes, for B, they also ask us the function concave up, concave down, or both on the interval 12 to 18. So in terms of concavity, we know something like this is concave down. If we use the bucket method, the bucket is upside down, which means it's concave down. Here, it's concave up because the bucket is facing upwards. So 12 to 18, we could do, knowing the period is 12, is equals to 12, then we could do f of 12 minus, we could literally just use 1, because the period being 12, 12 times 1 is 12. So then at f of 0, the function is going to display the same cycle as f of 12. And at f of 0, we kind of see it's concave up right here. So f of 0 is concave up. But also, we could try let's try this 18 to see. So at f of 18 minus 1 times 12, we'd see it's f of 18 minus 12, which is f of 6. And at f of 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, we could see it's also concave up, about to go this way. So at f of, so it says it's, So at oh, so I see what's going on. So at f of 6, we know it's the same as f of 18, and 3, 4, 5, 6. So we could kind of this is an interesting one. Oh, so yeah, at f of 6, we could see the line is it's still reflecting off of this concavity. Let's try another number actually. So it's between 12 and 18. So we could try f of 14 minus 1 times 12, which would be f of 14 minus 12, which would be f of 2. So we know at f of 2 right here, it's concave down. So yeah, that does make sense. So this would be concave down. I was wrong initially, and that's my fault. And then for C, to find C, is there a relative max or relative min or neither at this point x equals at the point x equals 33. So once again, we know the period is 12, and f of 33 minus we could say 3 times 12, because that'll be 36. So f of 33 minus 36 would be f of negative 3, which should be 1, 2, 3 right here, which would be the relative minimum. So that's relative minimum. So that's pretty much it. To find the values of given numbers, you basically plug it into an equation where f or g or whatever of the given number, so 33 in this case, minus your period, which in this case is 12, times a number that gets you close to that period. It could get you over or under the period, but gets you close to it. And in this case, we saw that was 3 times 12, which is 36. So thank you guys for watching, and yeah, thank you.